Okay, we're going to go through the Bible and find out what the Bible says about the Hebrews going to slavery. How many times they go into slavery? We'll see what the Bible says. And the Lord shall bring thee again into Egypt. Now Egypt represents Africa because Egypt is the leader of the African slave tribe. Again with ships. These are slave ships that sent the Hebrew slaves all over the world. And you shall be sold unto your enemies as bondmen, slave men, and bondwomen, women. That means you'll be slaves, and no man shall buy you. That also means that nobody shall buy you or save you out of their slavery. There are Hebrew Israelites all over the world today. According to Deuteronomy 28, the Hebrews were sent in slave ships, and as you can see here, though, most of them were sent to North and South America. But there are some sent to the Middle Eastern nations. The problem is the Muslims used to chop off the testicles of a male, so there's not a lot of Hebrews in the Muslim nations due to the fact that many couldn't reproduce. There are a lot of Hebrews still in Africa. The Ark of the Covenant is still in Africa. But the problem is some of the Hebrews betrayed the other Hebrews in this times of slavery. But there are Hebrews all over the world, and many good Hebrews still in Africa, but majority of the Hebrews are in North and South America. So we know that the Hebrews went into slavery twice, and they were sent in slave ships all over the world, and there's Hebrews in Africa, Europe, but majority of them in North and South America. And now we're going to look at what the Bible says about the time that they were spent in slavery, and see how many times they were actually in slavery according to the Bible. Now we're going to look at Exodus 12:40. The word was in Exodus 12:40 is a past tense, so it says that the Jews lived in Egypt 430 years. So that's the first point we have to look at before we look at the next verse. We just looked at the Exodus was a past tense. This is a future tense in Genesis. Your seed shall be a stranger. That's in the future. This time for 400 years. And according to Deuteronomy 28:68, they go into slavery again. So this second lot of slavery refers to 400 years, unlike the 430 years under Egypt. So we're about to finish up here, but we'll read one last verse of Deuteronomy 28:68 again, and we'll define what has actually happened and who are the Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. And the Lord shall bring you into Egypt again. Again means a second time. With ships. That means there are going to be slave ships all over the world, and you shall be sold to your enemies. That's many enemies. America, the Muslims, the white Jews who owned the slave ships, and all the Africans who betrayed the Hebrew Israelites. And no man shall buy you. They shall be sold as bondmen and bondwomen, slave men and slave women, and no man shall save them out.